Hi crafty friends, it's Jarle here with a fun happy birthday card. You can find a full supply list in the description box below. Now let's dive right in and see how this card came together. All I really need for this card is the giant outlined happy birthday die in landscape. Off camera I chose a few rainbow colors of cardstock and I die cut that happy birthday die once out of the different colors of cardstock. I will be inlaying colored letters inside the happy birthday frame. You'll also see a white and a black version in the top right corner there. These were the frames I wanted to use. Of course, I also needed a base to glue my frame and the letters on. So I just trimmed a piece of white and black cardstock to just the same size as the die. This measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Now in this video you will only see me make the black version with the white frame. So first I put apart all those white pieces until just the white frame with the white outline letters was left. I just pushed out all the little pieces. I didn't throw these away because I can always use those for another card. I do want to mention that I had to add a metal adapter plate to my die cutting sandwich. When I just used my cutting plates, not all letters got cut. It just needed a little bit of extra pressure and the adapter plate did its work. Now here I just had a little bit of trouble with one piece, but I took my crafting knife and it worked out just great. Then I took my liquid glue and I placed down tiny dots of glue all around the back of the frame and on the back of the letters. This was kind of a hassle, but I didn't mind really. You can also choose to use a double-sided adhesive sheet before die cutting all the happy birthdays. Then you don't need any glue at all, but I obviously forgot and I just went with this. So I adhered my white die cut on that black base. I did also put a large stamping block on top so it could adhere nicely. Now there are a few inside pieces of a few letters that need to be attached separately. So for example, you have that inside of the A here, and to make sure those pieces are in the perfect spot, I placed in the whole letter, but I only put glue on the part that has to be adhered. And when that little piece is dry, I just take out the letter again, and it's just in the perfect place. So I did the same thing with all those different letters. Here you can see the whole white piece on top of the black. I actually like it already. It doesn't need much more, but I went ahead and just went wild with all the rainbow colors. I took all those die cuts I showed you in the beginning of this video and I placed down a different color for each letter. So I have a pinky red, an orange, a yellow, a blue-green, a blue and a violet color. I started with the red and I alternated between the different colors. And I did this until I had my whole happy birthday filled with those lovely rainbow colors. I used liquid glue on that base piece and I inlaid those letters. This wasn't messy at all, but like I already mentioned, you can use double-sided adhesive if you're not such a fan of liquid glue. Of course, you can find all the colors of cardstock I used in the supply list in the description box below. It wasn't until after I finished this card that I thought it would be fun to make this into a shaker card as well. You can actually adhere that white frame and the inlay letters on a piece of acetate. And then below the acetate, so on the back of the acetate, on the back of the frame, you can create a well with small foam strips for the sequins. And then when the sequins are in, you can put that black base on top and maybe use like rainbow confettis as sequins. I really think I will try this in the near future. I really enjoy the process of puzzle piecing all those letters. It's like a teeny tiny puzzle and I found it extremely relaxing. When the letters were all inside their frame, I realized there was a bit of confetti around the happy birthday sentiment as well. So again, I took these little colored triangles and circles and I placed them inside the frame of my card panel. This panel is a little bit smaller than a regular sized A2 card, so I wanted to put my panel on a bright and bold colored piece of patterned paper. I trimmed down a paper of the really rainbow pack to A2 size, and I think this is my all-time favorite patterned paper pack. I really hope that Fawn never retires this one. To give it a little bit of dimension, I put down a few pieces of foam tape on the back of the card panel. After removing the backing paper, I placed the happy birthday on my cute patterned paper. Then I took out a white card base and folded it at 5.5 inches, so I would have a side-folded card base. I adhered the whole panel on my card base with my ATG glue gun. And to give it that little extra something, I decided to put a little bit of glossy accents on those little circled confettis. This finishes off the card for today. Super simple but very fun to make. I will save those leftover die cuts so I can make a few more cards later on. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you again very soon. Bye!